I want to answer a fitness question I get a lot, and people ask me, yo, Big Brandon, how you stay motivated to work out, every day or whatever, and stay motivated to eat right? How do you stay motivated? How do you keep your motivation up? And man, the basic answer is you gotta want it, man. You gotta want it, because if you're like skipping workouts, skipping meals, you're eating bullshit, you're fucking around in the gym or when you work out, then that means you really don't want it bad enough. You haven't fired yourself up enough. So I think the best way to motivate is think about why you want to accomplish these goals, man. Think about what you want in your results, man. Go over it, write it down, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your fitness goals are, write down why you want to accomplish it. And that's going to keep you more motivated, like maybe you want to get ripped, you know what I'm saying? It's because you got spring break coming up. Maybe you want to meet some girls. Maybe you just want to be healthy. Maybe you want to be better at your sport, Maybe you want to prevent disease. You got to think about your reasons, why you personally want to get fit and why you want to get in shape. I can't give you the list. If you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to be motivated. When it gets hard, you're going to quit. I mean, if you don't want it bad enough, you can't even really get started, But if you want it bad enough, you can't be stopped. Another thing that helps me stay motivated is something my dad said, man, when I was little, man. I quit. I gave up on something. And he was like, he looked at me and he said, yo, Brandon, once you begin to quit, it becomes easier and easier to keep quitting. You know what I'm saying? Because it becomes a habit. Quitting becomes a habit. Doing bitch shit becomes a habit. Being a bitch is habit forming, Like it starts with you sleeping in. Let me skip this workout, get some sleep. The next thing you know, you bitch on that. You bitch out on that. The next thing you know, you're bitching out on other shit throughout your day. Like let me eat this muffin, this or this cake for breakfast. I'll start my workout tomorrow. Then you're just bitching out all day. You're being a bitch. I try not to quit nothing. I try not to never give up, not even a little bit. Because once you start doing things wrong, little things lead to big things. Like Bernie Madoff didn't start off stealing billions of dollars. He was just like, he started off like, let me just take a little off the top, man. Let me get that. Let me just get a little off the top. Won't nobody know. Then it escalated. Let me just rip these fools off. Then it was let me scam these. Next thing you know, man, he's stealing billions. That's how it works, man. You don't just start off stealing billions, and you don't just start off being a bitch. You don't start off being a bitch in life. It starts off you quit little things. You start bitching out on little things, and the next thing you know, you're bitching out on more little things, and then you're bitching out on big things, man. You're being a bitch in important areas of your life. That's not a habit that you want to build. You don't want to build bitch habits. You want to build strong habits that will build up your integrity, build up your self-confidence, build up your belief in yourself. When you don't want to work out, that's the most important time to work out, because you're teaching yourself not to be a bitch. You're treating yourself to be strong. You're teaching yourself to keep the promises that you made, even those only promises you made to yourself, those are the most important ones, man. Because if you don't keep the promises that you make to yourself, how do you expect other people to trust you, How's your family going to be able to depend on you? How are you going to keep your promise to your coworkers? It starts within. It all starts within. So it's more, that's the beauty of fitness, Like, you have to be so consistent, and it consumes so much of you as far as like diet throughout the day and working out throughout the week. It takes so much to do it. It's so hard. Like, it's hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would be ripped. Doing something so hard and so difficult day in and day out builds up a certain confidence in yourself. I really can't describe it, man. I can't describe it in no other terms, man. But I know most people have never felt it. But when you train yourself day in and day out to keep the promises that you make to yourself, and then do what you say you're gonna do, no matter how hard it is, it builds an amazing amount of confidence, man. You train this, it translates to all areas of your life. Next thing you know, you're keeping your promises to your kids. You're keeping your promises to your family. You're keeping your promises to your coworkers and your friends, You're a person of integrity at this point, You're not a bitch. You can't trust bitch ass motherfuckers. You can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? You can't depend on them. Most people have never stuck to something that they wanted and went after it balls out until they got it. You know, most people will bitch out as soon as shit gets hard, no matter what it is, man. Sigmund Freud once said, most people are full of shit. That's a quote. Look it up. So odds are, probably full of shit, you know, just because you're a person and most people are full of shit. But you can change that, man. You can change that, and fitness is a good way to train yourself to not be full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fitness is a good way to train yourself to be full of integrity. You know, because now you're keeping the promises that you make to yourself. You're doing what you say you're going to do. You're doing what you say you're going to do. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. And that's not how most people are. You know how they are, man. You know how these motherfuckers are. You can't trust these people as far as you can throw them. Now, I'm pretty strong. I can throw a motherfucker far. But so I trust people less than I can throw them. So let's review. To stay motivated to accomplish your fitness goals, one, you have to want it more. You have to want it more. Write down the reasons that you want it. Make sure they're personal reasons. I can't give you the reasons, but you write down the reasons that are important to you. You know? And then number two is just know that you're not just training your body. Know that you're training your mind. Know that you're training your willpower, your integrity, your discipline, your self-confidence. It's gonna make you a better person. You're doing what you say you're gonna do, no matter how hard it is. You know, you're setting yourself apart from the masses. But if every time you give up, you're being a bitch-ass motherfucker. Every time you train yourself, because everything you do becomes a habit. You know, everything counts. Everything counts. You bitch once, it's gonna be easier to be a bitch the next time. You know, you quit once, it's gonna be easier to quit the next time. You skip one workout, you skip one meal, you eat this piece of cake, you eat these cookies and chips. You know, next thing you know, you're doing it all the time. That's how it works. But every time you say, nah, I'm eating healthy. Nah, I'm waking up. I'm working out. I don't care if I'm tired. I'm doing it anyway. You know, every time you do that, now that's the habit. You're building the habit of follow-through that's required to accomplish any goal in life. Fitness, what it does for your body is cool, whatever. But that's just, you know, that's whatever, you know. But it really trains your mind. You know, it really trains you inside. You know, I feel like that's what's most important. So just keep that in mind. I feel like if you keep those things in mind, you know, you think about what you want, think about the habits that you're forming. Are you forming bitch habits, or are you building strong habits? And I think that's what helps me, and I hope that helps you too. You know, I hope that shit made sense to you.